Welcome FFA students and parents. This is a little video on what to expect and the most popular questions answered about the Jockey Quarters. Fair is finally here, and now it's time to get yourself comfortable in the Jockey Quarters and make sure you have all the supplies that you're going to need. This week there's going to be so many things to think about getting ready for fair, not only for you but also for your animal. So here are some helpful hints. I know when it was my first time at the fair, I wondered what the Jockey Quarters were and exactly how accommodating these rooms were going to be. Here's a picture of the Jockey Quarters. As you can see, they are 2 floors, and you can also see that there are restrooms and showers on both levels. This is that same building, only showing the side view. This is showing the stairway that leads up to the 2nd floor. There are no elevators, there is only a stairway to get up and down to your room. This is a picture of that same building. Notice that people did leave stuff outside their rooms. It looks like shoes. Just be careful about what you leave outside. Stuff will disappear, so I would suggest bringing in your stuff at night. This is a picture of the lower level rooms which have hallways or main walkways at the Jockey Quarters themselves. Keep in mind that these do need to be clear so that people can walk through. You are more than welcome to set up your barbecue or your griddle or whatever it is outside, but just remember that people do publicly use that walkway and will be walking through your actual campsite there. And the public will only be fellow campers and exhibitors and their families. Here's your door. It's got a latch and it's got a doorknob. Notice there is no lock. So you must bring a padlock, whether it be a key or a combination lock, to make sure you can lock your door. Restrooms and showers. For the most part, the actual toilets themselves are usually pretty clean. They do run out of toilet paper, so I do suggest bringing the roll of toilet paper like in a grocery bag and just hanging it on the hook of the door in case you don't need it. But if you do need it, at least it's there. The showers themselves, too, are very clean. They do need sometimes a little tidying up at the end of the night. But I will say, wear shower shoes and definitely know that you will be taking a cold shower if it's at the end of the night when all the other kids have gone and used the showers. There will be no hot water for you to use. Men's showers, I have heard, are a locker room style shower with no stalls. So men, bring your swim trunks. Once in a while, I do come upon a restroom that has a single stall for a shower, but you have to go searching for those. So I suggest bringing shower shoes for men as well as your swim trunks. Here's what the Jockey Quarters look like on the inside. As you can see, it's got a concrete slab floor, 4 walls, a window, sometimes 2, and a door. The windows themselves measure 48 inches, although there were some rooms that had a little 36-inch window. Come prepared with your own window treatments or sheets to cover your window for privacy. There are also no curtain rods, so make sure you either bring duct tape or you bring the tension rods to put your curtains in the window. Another thing to remember is this room has no running water, no amenities of any kind. You must bring all of your own furnishings or creature comforts to make it your own comfortable living space. Restrooms and showers are shared by all, so there are no private restrooms in any of these rooms. Keep in mind, too, that you may want to bring a rug to cover the floor, just so that it's more comfortable and you're not standing just on the concrete. Also bring a broom because there is a lot of dirt that gets tracked in your room. Basically, anything that's going to keep you comfortable and happy, bring it as long as it fits in your room. As you can see, the Jockey Quarters do not have closets, so you will need to utilize either the nails or hooks on the walls to hang your clothing. Otherwise, they'll have to stay in your bag. My suggestion is to at least hang up your FFA uniform so that on the day that you show and compete, that you will have some nice looking uniforms. There's maybe 2 electrical outlets in each room, both with 2 plugs each. I would suggest that you bring either extension cords or surge protectors so that you may plug in your electronic devices, phones, etc. Lighting. There is lighting overhead in each room that's controlled by a light switch on the wall. If you do need extra lighting, I would suggest you bringing a small lamp or something like that. Also extra light bulbs just in case those lights burn out. Hallways and walkways. Keep in mind these are used by everybody who is camping on the campgrounds, which means leaving out feed, leaving out tack. Anybody has access to those, and they do disappear. Even shoes have disappeared. So just keep in mind, whatever you are using as far as cooking, some people have left barbecuers out there, stuff like that, that's fine. But remember that whatever you leave out there, people have access to it. And remember, all livestock animals that are shown at the fair do need to stay in the livestock barn. They are never to be brought to camp at any time. Here's a list of things that I would find helpful if I were staying in the Jockey Quarters. Towel and shower shoes, coffee maker and coffee, camp chairs, flashlights for nighttime navigation, camp tables to eat on, play cards, etc., beachside tables, a cooler. Remember, there is no ice machine on site. A broom and a dustpan, lots of outdoor dirt to get tracked into your room. Rags, just to wipe away dust, cobwebs, etc. These rooms are not cleaned by a maid, so when you get in there, you're going to need to do a little bit of cleaning yourself. Also a rug, a welcome mat even, just to wipe off your feet. And then a second rug just to put over that cement floor so that when you're just sitting around in your room at night, your feet aren't just sitting on that cold floor. Paper plates and bowls, spoons, knives, forks, cups, and napkins, bottled water and drinks, masks for COVID. Over-the-door hooks and hangers. Because there's no closets or hanging bars in the room, you can usually buy those hooks that hang over the doors so that you can have additional hanging space. Also, they're really good to take to the showers with you. Additionally, a small trash can and trash liners for just your room trash. Foods and snacks. Beach towels. Sometimes Rayburn decides he's going to take the kids to the beach, so also pack a swimsuit. Again, men's showers are locker room style. There's no stalls, so you're going to want to bring those swim trunks, dads and brothers. Also, extra toilet paper, a must. They will empty out every evening and early morning, and you don't want to be caught without toilet paper. Dogs say they're allowed, but make sure that they're on a leash and that you're picking up after your pet with the poop bags. Umbrellas, it did rain last year. Not a lot, but enough to get people wet, so you may want to bring an umbrella just in case. Also a barbecue, or even people had those big giant griddles just to cook pancakes on and eggs, whatever. We personally have a Blackstone griddle, and we used that a lot last year. And then also wash, soap, and quarters. There is a washroom on site right outside of the actual livestock barn. My third and final list, a padlock, a must to lock your door. Preferably a combination, that way there's no lost keys. Again, curtains, temporary paper blinds for your windows. You may have 2 windows, so that's important to remember. Also, cots or air mattresses with sheets, blankets, and pillows. A tension rod for your curtains or duct tape so that you can actually hang up your curtains. Extension cords, multi-wall outlet plug, power surge protector strips. Again, some rooms only have 1 outlet. Another thing, you can bring a dorm fridge or a little tiny fridge to keep your stuff cold. That way you don't have to depend on a cooler to keep your stuff cold. Bring some fans so that you stay cool. During the day, it's a little bit warmer, but the temperature itself is pretty cool over there at the beach. But if you need to be comfortable at night and someone who needs a lot of ventilation, I would suggest fans. The windows in the rooms do open and they do have screens on them. Again, your shower shoes, just so that you just can get in the shower and not have to worry about shoes. And then also a camp stove or barbecue for outdoor cooking. Microwave or crock pot, as long as you have extension cords and you can plug it in, you could have yourself a ready-made meal by the time your show day is over. That way nobody has to sit and cook at night. Also, people brought like portable cooktops or the gas cooktops, and then they made stuff outside. Also, if you need additional lamps just for lighting, some people just felt like that overhead lighting just wasn't enough. And remember, the whole idea of this video is so that you know what to bring so that you can be as comfortable as possible for your stay at the fair. Also, it's nice to have a meal plan in place just because you want to know what you need to bring as far as cooking meals and what you're going to need. You can go to the store every day if you'd like. It is difficult, I'm going to tell you, to get in and out of the fair because there is a lot of traffic. So you may want to just plan ahead. Also, I know that lots of times your local egg boosters will be doing meal nights. So check your calendar to see what days and what times they're doing those. Here's your fair calendar. As you can see, our Ag Boosters are hosting some nights for certain meals and goodies. Just check this calendar and make sure that if you are going to participate, that you just bring along a little side or something just to share with everybody. And also this does include the times of showing for the different breeds of the animals and just some useful information. Keep in mind there is a nightly meeting every night at 9:30. Mandatory nightly meeting for EHS FFA students. This happens at 9:30 every evening, right before bedtime. We ask that all students are assembled in chairs, whether you want to stand or sit, bring your own chairs, and basically sit in a circle at the designated place. Here we'll take roll of each student to make sure that they are accounted for. For those students who will not be there nightly or may not be able to attend this meeting because you go home every evening and return the next morning, please make sure you check in with Mr. Rayburn or Mrs. Huford and let them know what your plans are while you are at fair. Also at the meeting, we talk about just the daily happenings. If it was a competition day, we talk about who bannered, who placed, who got ribbons, and so forth. Also, we just talk about any concerns or any type of news that we just need to share with our students and parents. Parents are more than welcome to come as well, just so that you're well informed about what's happening within our EHS FFA at the fair. Although it's fun and exciting to be at the fair, we ask that you get plenty of sleep because the show days are long ones, and we also want you to be ready to compete in that show ring. Your advisors ask that after the 9:30 meeting that you go to your campsites with your families and also to your jockey quarters, and that you remain there and that you're not wandering around the campsites, and that you're getting ready for the next day. The teachers will come around to make sure that there are parents staying the night and that there are no unattended students. Showtime is here. Have fun at the fair. Please keep in mind to make sure you're looking at your Remind app to find out when you need to be showing up so that you are ready at ringside with your animal, ready to show. They will not accept late people coming in, and you will miss your time to show your animal. So make sure you arrive on time as well. And also, before you even get your animal out of their pen, you are more than welcome to cheer on your fellow FFA members in their competitions. Guess what, families? Your badge gets you access to the fair, not only for your exhibitor, but for anybody who has a badge. So keep in mind that if you are going to the fair, bring your badge and simply show it at the fair entrance gates. Some of you may be wondering what the pens look like at the fair. Well, here's an example of one. Keep in mind that most animals will be sharing a pen. It will be only with our fellow FFA exhibitors. So if you have a goat, you will be with another FFA member's goat. Preferably people can choose, so usually you can be with your pen partner. And keep in mind, do not leave any kind of feed or tack at your pens. It will disappear. Another helpful hint is pre-measuring your feed in Ziploc bags and then bringing them each time you go to feed your animal. Never leave your bag of feed or your buckets of feed anywhere near your animal. They will disappear, and also animals have a very funny way of accessing that feed. So make sure that you only bring the feed that you're going to feed your animal for that exact feeding. Even after watching this video, you may still have questions. And there's ways to get those answers. Number one, you can email agboosters at ehsagboosters@gmail.com. And you can also contact the advisors, whether it be through email or text, just to get those answers to those questions. And remember that no question is a dumb question. Good luck at the fair to all of our EHS FFA participants. And remember, have fun.